Okay, take two. Hello and welcome to Stampin' Fun and More. I'm just trying to see if I am live because a moment ago I'm talking away thinking I was live and I wasn't live. So give me a moment here. I just need to make sure that I'm here. If you are joining me and are seeing me, let me know. Say hello. It helps me. It helps me out to know that I'm out there. Okay. Got one more thing to do. Okay, I can see that I'm live, so hopefully you'll be joining me soon. I'll give you a moment or two here. I am super excited to share with all of you to announce that I did find my little magnet for my positioner. I'm going to put it right in its home right now as we speak so I don't lose it again. So here we go. It's right in its home. There we go. I was stressed about that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had it not even a day, literally not even a day, and it disappeared. Well, I didn't realize that one of my scissors is magnetic. So it hopped onto my scissors and got put away with my scissors. It happens. It does. Yep, it sure does. All right, I'm just cleaning up my desk a little bit because I was throwing together some classes, not throwing them together, but, you know, getting some classes cut. I've got to get them out in the mail by tomorrow because I will be out of the studio for quite a while. I am super excited to be on vacation, and I'm not taking anything with me. I say that now. I may throw a kid in there. But you know what? This year we kind of decided that the only thing we're going to do is just take it easy, spend time with each other, sit on the beach, go in the ocean, and just laugh and listen to music and not have anything else planned. Totally unplanned. I say that now. It may change on the plane flight on Saturday. So my son will actually be here in the studio. No, he's not going to go live. He won't be doing the stuff that I do, but he'll be taking care of my studio and my dog and my house while we're away. So, yeah. But tonight's class, super cute class. I'm super excited to do it. I was actually going to do Woolly Friends, and I realized, oh my gosh, it went on back order, and it's not going to be available to April. So I'm doing Easter Joy way early, so you all have a chance to get your Easter stamp set. So this is our stamp set. It's one of our new ones, and then it has coordinating dies. I'm not going to show you the die because they're all laying on my table right now because we're going to use, oh, here, wait, I can show you this. There we go. So those are the two things that we're using. Now, you can get tonight's class absolutely free when you place a $40 order in my online store. That's before your rewards and your bonus coupons. I mean, after your rewards and bonus coupons, but before your shipping and handling. Okay. It has to be that $40 retail amount. And I will send you the kits when I get back from vacation. But I'm going to show you tonight what we're going to be making. You get 6 cards in each of the kits, and I'm going to show you all the different bits and pieces that you're going to get. Everything's going to be cut, scored. I'm not going to do any of the die cutting that comes with this because it's part of the bundle. So if you want this class for free, order the bundle. You'll get a class for free. All right. Yeah. So I do all the other die cuts. So as we go and I pull the things out, I'll say, this is what I'm going to do for you. This is what you'll need to do. So we'll be going that route. I've changed up my online kit, my kit a little bit. And I'm going to flip down my camera so we can get started. I know I'm talking really fast. I'm kind of going really fast. I have a lot of packing still to do. Yesterday, I forgot it was hump day lunch break. I totally forgot. I was so engrossed in getting my suitcase packed. We're taking an extra suitcase for like hurricane relief supplies. It's not really relief supply. I mean, it is. You know, it's, I have backpacks, like 40 backpacks. I've got 40 coloring books, 40 boxes of crayons. I've got coloring pencils. I've got first aid kits. I've got a lot. And I packed up my suitcase. I realized, oh my gosh, I think this is going to exceed 50 pounds. And we only said that we're taking one extra suitcase, so I got to figure it out. And then later on that day, I was doing all the individual little first aid kits. So I bought Band-Aids and alcohol wipes and Neosporin and all that stuff, and I put them in these cute little pouches. Yeah, so I had to get all those ready, and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, 10 o'clock, I can just relax. I'm like, I completely forgot it was hump day. Just completely blew my mind. So, all right, I'm going to flip my camera down and we're going to get started. So close your eyes. I know, I forgot to tell you that first. Oh, there we go. And I forgot to put my Do Not Disturb on, so hopefully no one calls me. All right, so your packet will look something like this. It'll actually have the video link on the little label here. That way you have the date of the class, the name of the class, and you'll be able to see the video link. I'll be uploading this up to YouTube, so it'll be out there, so you can watch it anytime you want. So in your kit, like I said, you get 6 card kits, and you're going to get 2 of each of the designs. So kind of, I do number them on the corner. So I do 1, 2, 3, and it's in pencil, so you can erase it. But all the supplies you need for card 1 are all in here. You have both sets of cards and your second envelope. It'll all be there, cut and prepped for you. We're going to be using some of the designer series paper from the Easter Joy 12 by 12 paper. We're going to be using some of this. And I also found some really pretty paper in the Valentine paper, which I forgot the name of it already. Holy cow, I am losing my mind. The Made with Love designer series paper. So this really pretty paper. I happen to have some extra, so I'm like, you know what? We're going to use it in tonight's class. So I ended up using little flowers, but I'll tell you when I get to that and that project, and I'll tell you which of the pieces came from what, so that you know. I will, after the video, list all the products that I use. I'll take a picture of each of the cards, and in the comments, I will list everything that I used to make that card. But yeah, you get your 3 kits. So you can see, like, I've done the embossing here for you. I've done some die cutting for you, so you'll have your die cut pieces. And then, instead of cutting up all the little pieces of white that you need to stamp on, I am just going to throw in 2 pieces of 8.5 by 5.5. Stamp on those. Do whatever you need. So, let me put that back in that bag, because that's going to be someone's kit. All right. So that will be right in the back. So everything that you need, you'll need your own stamps, your own ink, and your own, well, your bundle, whatever stamps you're going to use, stamps and dies, and adhesive. I don't supply any of that. Also, I don't include the embellishment. I will be including the little bows, though, so you'll have your little bows in here. The embellishment that I'm using tonight is this little Easter assortment. It's got little dots and little eggs, so we'll be using those on our cards. And again, like I said, the dies, which are right here. My stamp set, which is right there. So I used almost all the stamps. There are 3 of them. We're going to use this one. I haven't put it on there. Because I made a card. I didn't like how it turned out, so I scrapped it and kind of came up with another one. So our third card will be a little bit on the fly. But, so here's our first card. It's Hello Spring. Now, if you didn't want to have the bunny in there, don't do the bunny. That's all I'm going to say. What we're going to do first, though, is we're going to go ahead and do our stamping. So grab your 8.5 by 5.5 piece here. We're going to stamp. I'm going to show you how I stamped, and then I'll show you how I colored. I have some of it already die cut for me myself, so I didn't have to do all of it during the video tonight. All right, so I'm going to stamp. Now you're making 2 of each card, so go ahead and stamp 2 bunnies. We'll see if we can get everything on the one piece. Okay, I got 2 bunnies. I'm going to need 2 little chicks. Where's my baby chick? 1, 2. I know that I'm going to need 2 carrots later for the next card. So I'm going to stamp my... It's really hard on this particular block. I'm going to stamp my carrots. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and clean this right away so I don't accidentally put something on there. Okay. I'm going to stamp a bunch of eggs. Okay. So I'm going to do 1, 2. Because you know what happens? I might not like the way I color them. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp 6 eggs. All right. I'm going to pull in my little flower. And I'm going to stamp 1, 2, And then I'm going to grab the other bunny. One, two. Let me just check my cards here, make sure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And my other card, I need actually 2 more bunnies. So we're going to use this bunny here. So I'm going to see if I can fit 2. I was really hoping I'd be able to fit all of it on here. I don't know if I'll be able to. I need a bunny. I need 2 more flowers. Okay. Now, if I come across something else I need, well, I'll just grab out that extra sheet. All right. So I've stamped all these in black memento. We're also going to be using our Shy Shamrock and our Balmy Blue for our stamp pads tonight. I am pulling in some blends. I have Shy Shamrock. I have Pretty in Pink. I'm using Peach Pie, Lemon Lolly, and my Smoky Slate. So I'm using, what is that, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different blends tonight. Now, if you don't have blends and you have markers, go at it, use it. You have colored pencils, whatever you want to color with is fine. I'm going to start with my bunny here. So on each of the bunnies, let's see, I need my light Smoky Slate and my light Pretty in Pink. I'm going to do my ears here, my Pretty in Pink. So I decided, you know, it might be easier to do all my stamping first and then come back and die cut everything. All right. All right, so we're going to do all that first. I want to take my flowers here. So on this flower, I'm going to do my light. This flower, I'm doing my light on the bottom 2. And let's see. So I'm going to just color those. Dot my center. Dot my center. Dot my center. All right. Then I'm going to bring in my dark Pretty in Pink. And I'm going to color this flower here. And these 2 here. Color the middle in there. All right, now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in with my light Pretty in Pink. And now you can choose to do this or not. If you decide that you don't want to have little rosy cheeks on your bunny, you don't have to. Okay, I'll do one with and one without, and you can see what they're going to look like. All right, so on these, I'm going to put a pretty big rosy cheek here on those. All right, you know, we'll do one card with rosy cheeks, one card without. Okay. All right. Now I need to do my flower stems. So I'm going to bring in my Shy Shamrock. And it doesn't matter if you use light or dark, whatever floats your boat. We're just going to color in those leaves really quick. And I'm going to do all my leaves on all of them. I'm hoping I didn't forget to stamp something. I feel like I did, but we'll find out. All right, we're going to color our carrot tops here. Our leaves over here. All right. Let's go ahead and color some eggs. Now for the eggs, I kind of alternated where I colored. There was no rhyme or reason to what I did. I just kind of just alternated where my colors are. And this one will do here. Oops. And this one will do the bottom. This one will do the middle. Okay, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the top. All right. So that one, oopsie, just lost my cap. All right, I'm going to bring in my dark Pretty in Pink. And we're going to do, again, I am just alternating where I'm putting my color. So you can do it wherever you want. And now this one I'll have to do here. And I did that. Let's see, what else did I do? So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, oh here, 5. Okay, I don't know what I missed. All right, whatever. This one needs to have some pink on it somewhere. I did the ups. Oh, I didn't. I didn't do these. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to come back in with my lemon lolly, and I'm going to use my dark lemon lolly here. And I'm going to just, again, choose color in another spot. And let's see what, oh, I should have done the bottom there. I didn't. Oopsie. Oh, well. Oh, no, I did the bottom. Bottom, top, middle, middle. What am I missing? Tell me what I'm missing here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm missing. I got the bottom. I got this one. I got this one. I got this one. I got the top. I don't know. I can't see it. I'm just going to go right here again. All right. Oh, you know what? And some of them I left them white, but we'll get them all colored. All right, and now I'm going to bring in my peach pie, and I'm going to use my light peach pie. Is the one I want. And I'm just going to fill in that remaining color. There'll be one area that's white. Oh, I did that one the same. Oh, well. You know, sometimes our eggs just are always different. Okay, let's see. What else can I do? This one. This one again. I should have, like, done them in order, but I didn't. All right. And, you know what? I'm going to put some up here just because I feel like that one needs more color. Okay. All right. And now let's do our carrots here. So I'm going to take my light peach pie and do my whole carrot here. Do my light peach pie, my whole carrot. Then I'm going to come in with my dark and do this. All right, so I got that colored. I'm going to do one of my flowers. This particular flower is going to be all different colors. So I'm going to do my lemon lolly. And I'm going to use all my dark colors this time. And my peach pie. And then my pretty in pink. And grins and giggles, I'm just going to do my, you know what, we're going to do smoky slate. Smoky slate, that's what I wanted for my middles on this one. All right, this one we're going to do all in yellow. So I'm going to do my lemon lolly. They're all going to have the shade, the smoky slate. And I'm going to do the top one in my dark. Bottom one in my light. I'm not being perfect when I color. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and color our little chicks. So I'm just going to color this. I'm doing it kind of haphazardly. It will light, this color will lighten up more. It looks kind of dingy when you first do it, but it'll lighten up. Okay, so I've got that. Now I'm going to come back in with my dark. And I'm just going to kind of go around the top, around his neck, a little bit on his wing, underneath, again, go on this way, and then I can come back in with my light and just kind of blend that together. All right. Doop, doop. Okay. And then I need his beak, so I'm going to go ahead and use my light peach pie, and we'll do his little beak here. If you want his beak really to stand out, do the dark. Okay, now we got that. Now let's color our bunnies. So I need my light smoky slate. And you pick and choose what you want to do. Okay. For this one, I'm just going to take my light here and go around the edges of my bunny here. Just kind of going along that outline there. Give me a little bit of shadow. Again, I'm only going to make one of each of the cards, so you will be doing 2. All right, so there we go. And now for this little bunny here, I'm going to color him in completely. So I'm going to go ahead and use my brush side because I can get pretty good coverage here. Now I am going to go over that pretty in pink. I think this blend is starting to go on my brush side. So, all right. I might have to just do my other. Yeah. It's not working for me. Okay. All right. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to color the whole thing in my light smoky slate first. And notice, like I said, I colored over that pretty in pink. I can always come back and add a little bit more if I feel like I need it. But it's very subtle when you blend that together like that. All right. So there we go. Let's pull in our dark. We're going to add some shadowing to here. So again, this one is really goofy. I did something to the tip of my blend. I don't know what. I smashed it down. I don't know what I did. All right, so I'm just going to go around, kind of like the artist lines here, on his neck. Get his other little hand, his little paw, into the ear right here. All right, and I think that's good. And we'll come back in with our light, and I'm just going to blend in, just so that dark, it doesn't look like intentional. When you blend it in, it'll lighten that and soften that up. So you want to just soften it up. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm just softening it up. Leaving his little belly a little lighter. All right. That's going to all blend together. You're not going to see little streakies. So again, I'm only going to do one because, hey, I'm only going to do one. This one here, I'm going to leave just solid white. I just need to do my little bunny nose. All right. And on this card, yeah, we'll do our little bunny nose. Okay, I think we're good with our stamping. So let's go ahead and die cut all of our little things so we can have them here on our table. There are a couple other dies that you'll be doing along the way. We'll do those as we need. So I got my bunny, my flowers, my duck. Okay, my chick. All right. Let's get this in. I'm going to do these really quick. Now, one thing I'm going to say, when you're cutting a large number of small dies, I really recommend taping them down. Don't use Scotch tape. Scotch tape is far too sticky. Use Post-it note tape or washi tape. De-stickify it by sticking it on your clothes so the lint of your clothes kind of unstickies it. I guess that's the term I'm looking for. You want to unsticky your stuff. All right. So now I found with the eggs and the bunnies, I did okay with not taping them down. I mean, actually the only ones I really taped down were the bunnies and the flowers because I really wanted to make sure I had those in place. So you're going to see them be taping those down. So when I run it through, you'll see that I taped it. All right. I managed to do the eggs and the carrots okay, but now that I'm saying that, it's going to mess up on me, right? And with a little chick. Just because, I don't know, when the critters jump around and have too much white on one side, it looks kind of funny. So, we're going to do our little critter. Those are the ones I worry about the most. The other ones I don't worry about too much. Okay. Critter. And here. Now it'll take a moment or two for me to do all this die cutting. I've done a bit of it before, but I'll get a good number of extra pieces here and we can get started. And then if I need to come back, I'll do more. All right. So here we go. All right. So we'll just get started with these. And we'll see what else I need to add in. Now, there are some that we'll do, like I said, as we go, because I want to talk about doing what you're going to do with those. So, let me just put all my extra pieces over here. All the extras I cut out. Oh, I think I'm going to cut out a couple more bunnies, because I don't know that I had all the bunnies cut out that I needed. Like that one didn't turn out so well, but that's... It is what it is. I'm not going to color and do that one, though. We don't have time for that. We got to get going here. All right. Well, you all may have time for it. I really don't have time for it tonight. So sorry. I'm being quick like a bunny. That's my intention for tonight. Quick like a bunny. All right. And I need this other bunny, which is the same. You know what? We'll just do this one. And you can always see if you like the bunny in gray or if you want the bunny in white. I just like to, I don't know, like to have choices. So when I'm doing these, I can go, oh, well, you know, I kind of like this one better. So that's what I'm going to do. And I might as well cut out. Since I'm running through, I might as well just do a few more, right? I have to run it through, just run it all through. Okay, where's the little chick? My little chick turned out pretty good. All right. And I just need a flower now. That egg did not turn out good. All right. All right, cross your fingers, everyone. I'm doing some of these without tape. Let's hope it works. Right. I know it's not as fun as like watching me do step by step with a card, but you know what? When I'm doing a number of these and I have a whole bunch of different things I can use, I do actually really like to cut a bunch out ahead of time, color them, and that way I have them sitting in front of me and then I can use them as I go. All right. So, okay. I'll just put that one right there. And you know what? I'm going to do another egg or two because a couple of those eggs just didn't turn out nicely. So let's do another egg. Try one more flower. Okay. Come on. It stuck to my finger. It got sticky. The dye got sticky. All right. Now, I'm going to get a piece of magnet here because I don't want to have my dies laying all over and possibly losing them. So let me just reach over here and get a magnet. Oh, I thought I had a piece in here. All right. I guess I don't. Okay. Well, so much for that. I know I had magnetic pieces. Oh, well. Oh, well. Not going to worry about it. Aside for right now. Take all my little pieces. Now, the pieces that I'm going to be using later is the grass and the basket pieces. So we'll cut those as we go. Let's grab all this. I'm going to talk about them a little bit as we're using them. I find with this one, I've had to run it back and forth several times so I could get it completely cut, and then we'll cut our little bow. All right, So we're going to leave our little pieces all up here. You can see I had some other ones already cut. Okay. All right. Let's grab our first card kit. I have mine tucked away over here. I have some of this done already. So this is the first card we're going to make. We are going to do our little die cutting, but I wanted to show you the pieces in your kit first. So you'll have a piece of lemon lolly. This is going to be for a bow. You'll have enough for, you know, 2 bows, but you have a piece in each of your kits. You have a strip of the designer series paper from Easter Joy. You have a strip of Shy Shamrock. This is what we're going to do with our grass. And then you have this piece here of crumb cake. You're going to be running through these 2 pieces on crumb cake. I've already done that. So now I have all my little sticks and my basket. You have a piece of designer series paper. Remember I said I was using the Valentine's, so we're using the one with the little flowers on it. And you have a 1/2-inch banner. So those are all your pieces. I'm not going to need this piece because I've already shown you what we're going to do with that. Let's go ahead and we got our pretty in pink. We'll just put that in half. Before I do my die cutting here, I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this to the front. Now, for the most part of the cards I'm assembling tonight, I'm probably going to be using our Seal Plus because this paper, this designer series paper, is very thick. It's very heavy. It's not really paper. I mean, it's not really like designer series paper. It's thick. So you have to make sure that you have it really adhered well. So I'll be using, like I said, my Seal Plus. You can use your liquid glue. I'm going to just put that right here. All right. So now after we've run our basket through, oh, I need to do these 2 pieces. Let's do those real quick. I'm going to just grab my small little die cut machine, I think, if I know where I put it. I had it out today. Took it somewhere to use it for something, and I don't know if I brought it back up. Doesn't look like I did. Oh, here it is. I did bring it back up. I'm smarter than I thought. All right. I just like this one because when I'm just doing something little and quick, it's nice to have this little guy on my table. I typically use my large one because I die cut a whole bunch at one time. But if I'm only doing some small pieces, I'll just use this guy. All right. Now, when you're using this one, you do have to hold it. All right. You have to hold it down in place because it'll kind of hop all over. And don't put a piece of paper underneath it because that will make this slide around. Okay, so we've got our pieces here. Let's just pop this out with our pick tool. Okay, why is this so loose? All right. Put that up there with all the rest. Put that aside. Okay, let's bring back on our card base and our basket. So now we're going to do a little bit of basket weaving. I'm just going to use 4 of these. You can use as many as you want. All right, and I'm going to do these alternating. So my first one, I'm going to start going under, over, over. So I went under, over. We'll do this one. And you just have to get it with your thumb. Just kind of push that, through. It's okay if your ends get a little dinged up because you're going to be trimming those off. Okay, so I got my first one through. So I'm just going to wiggle it down to the bottom. All right. Then my next one, I'm going to do the opposite of what I did. So this time I'll start on the over. All right, so I'm just alternating it. So you're basket weaving right now. Who knew that you were going to be basket weaving tonight? I think this is just really fun. Just, this alone, you could use for spring. You could use for birthday. You could use for Mother's Day. There's so many different ways that you can use this basket. It doesn't just have to be for Easter. So when you're taking a look at this set, don't just think, oh, it's Easter. I don't need another Easter set. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You need the basket. Just saying. And if you have the basket, you might as well have the flowers and everything else to go with it and the bow to go with it. So you might as well get the whole darn thing. And that is actually how I talk myself into purchasing this bundle. So yes, I'm just like you. I have to have a good reason to purchase it. Like, how often am I going to really use that? I do ask myself that. I probably use mine a lot more than a lot of people just because I'm a demonstrator and I use these all in my business. However, I really do like to make sure that I can at least provide 5 different card ideas to you when I do these. So if I can't think of 5 good things, then it's probably not a stamp set or die or bundle that I'll get. Just because my purpose is I need to show, if I can't think of different ways to use it, why would I suggest that you get it, you know? And our tastes could be totally different, and that's fine. If you can think of 5 different ways, go ahead, get it. I have come up with like about 10 different cards actually with this. And yes, a lot of them are similar. Yes, they're going to be Easter. I mean, it is, you know, the main component of the set, but I do have other ones that are, now this one's just being a little stinker here. Okay, I'm going to grab one of these other ones. I'm going over on this one, over. And I think because this one is kind of high up, let's see if I slide that one down. Oh, you know, I may actually have to do this. So, no, I can do it. I can do it. I know I can. Just got to take my time. Just got to be patient. Okay, that's the biggest part about it. Just be patient. Don't try to force it. Just go opposite. When I did this the first time, I can't tell you how many times I did the same thing. Like I did, kept going over and under, instead of under, over. Yeah. I was getting so mad at myself. I'm like, why can't I pay attention? I had attention deficit this morning. Well, not this morning, yesterday. Okay. There we go. Okay, so here's my little basket. Look how cute that is. And we're going to go ahead and trim our little edges off. I'm not going to worry about adhering it right now because when I adhere it to my card front, I'll take care of that. So I didn't really have to worry about putting adhesive strips on there. All right. Okay. So there's the back. Now, I do want to pop this up because I do want to put my bunny under there. So I'm going to show you what I did. I'm taking my liquid glue here and I'm just running this across the top, the back side of the basket to put my grass in there so it looks like Easter grass. Now again, this card doesn't have to be Easter. It says hello spring. All right. Oh, and then so liquid glue gives you a chance to move that to where you want it to be. All right. Now I am going to be using the scraps from my dimensional sheets here. And I'm going to catch those right there. So they're going to be adhered down. Don't worry. You'll have caught them. All right. And this one, I'm just going to put it at a little bit of an angle. Oh, I went a little lower just because I'm going to be tucking my bunny back there. Now, for the handle, this is pretty narrow. So what I actually did is I grabbed, let's see if I have a piece left. I gotta find my, and I'm sorry, I'm really stuffy today. I went into an office that was using some sort of aroma thing and it got me all stuffy. So if I'm sniffling, I apologize. I'm just really stuffy from that. Okay, well, here, I'm taking a scrap from my dimensional sheet and I am just going to cut a narrow strip. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. I'm just using a narrow strip. Right? So then I cut these in pieces. I found it was easier to cut pieces. Just small little pieces here. And then I could lay them on. Just like that. I just want to give it support so it doesn't like collapse. I don't want a saggy basket. Right? Okay. Now what side is sticky? All right, this side's sticky. So just get your sticky side down. I'm super excited. I'm getting my nails done tomorrow. Oh, they are so bad. And hopefully they'll still look all nice and pretty when I get back. All right. There we go. So now I've got all those little pieces on there. I'm going to tear off, not tear off, but peel off the backings on the other pieces. Okay, everything's really staticky. You turn the heat on in the winter and your house gets full of static. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm going to set this down just right about here. Right. Get that backing out. All right, there we go. So I got my little basket in. Now I'm going to take my bunny, and I want this bunny here. Oh, I forgot to color his little ear. Good thing I noticed that, because our ear had to have a little color in there. There we go. All right. Oh, and this is not the one I even, here it is. Here he is. All right. So I'm just going to curl up his ears a little bit. And I'm going to be tucking him right in back. Now his little tail doesn't have to necessarily show. I'm just going to tuck him in just like that where he is. I'm going to use my liquid glue to hold it in place. You can use your seal. But I'm not going to do the ears just because I'm tucking him in. All right, and I want him over a little bit because I want his ear kind of popped up. I'm going to take my bow and I'm going to add just a little bit of adhesive right there, liquid glue, and I'm going to put it right here on the corner of the basket. Let's see, I need to stamp my sentiment, and we're going to get our flowers here and our little chick. There we go. And have that on there. So let's get this. Now, for my flowers, I'm only going to put a, you know, what are these things called? Dimensionals on the bottom. And I'll put a little bit of liquid glue up on top. Because that basket is popped up and the flowers are going to go below the basket. So I just want to make sure it's safe and secure. And let's grab a piece of dimensional here for our duck, our chicken, or whatever. Duckling, chicklet, whatever you want it. Okay, and that's going to be there. Let's grab Shy Shamrock. And we're going to stamp Hello Spring. We're going to center that right on our banner. And I use the triple banner punch to just punch that out. All right, so we got that, and I'm just going to put some liquid glue on the back left side. And here we go. I'm not going to even worry about putting a dimensional there. Oops. I do have to worry about tucking it behind him now. All right. Okay, now for our embellishments here, I'm going to just grab these yellow ones. My putty is, because it's brand new, it came out really, there we go, a lot, like too much. Okay, we'll put one right over here. Okay, so there's that. Let's bring in our piece of basic white here, and this is the inside. So I'm going to grab my flowers again, stick my flowers right in the bottom corner. And we'll come back in. Color your flowers whatever way you want. If you want to use a different color, feel free. You want to use all the same color. I'm just going to use the same color right now. And the inside is going to be that light petal pink, light pretty pink. Okay. And we'll grab our Shy Shamrock. Kind of really just like drawing a line in there. All right. And we'll go ahead and use our adhesive here. Open our card up. Ta-da! Now, where did my envelope go? All right, I'm going to erase my little pencil mark there if I can find my eraser. Okay. And when I color this in, what I want to make sure I'm doing is I'm going to grab a scrap piece of paper here. Let's see. Let's just do it. I'm just going to tuck this on the inside. That's not thick enough. Oh, please, I just need to grab a scrap. Let's see. All right. I have a little business card here. I'm just going to slide this on the inside where I'm going to stamp my little character. I am just going to stamp the little chick. Just because, you know, it's fast and easy to color. So we're going to do our little chick here. We'll do it in black. I'm going to stamp 1, 2, because, you know, they're never alone. Okay, so we got our 2 little chicks there. Grab our lemon lolly. This time, for just speed, I'm just going to color it all one color. Do 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 do. All right. I'll come back in and add my little beak here. Oh, they're so cute. All right. Take my little card out because I won't need that. And there we go. Now I've got my envelope all set to go. You can stamp whatever you want on your envelope. Okay, that was card 1. Card 2. Are you ready for it? Here it is. We're going to be doing our Easter Bunny. And this is why we went ahead and colored our Easter Bunny. I just wanted to have a little bit different color. Now, if you're not a fan of the smoky slate, maybe you have crumb cake, you want to have a little brown bunny, or, you know, pecan pie, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Or you want to leave it white. Does not matter. All up to you. It's all in your creative flow. But I happen to color mine in. Now, let me show you the pieces of your card kit. Again, I had some already done. You'll get the peach pie cardstock. It'll already be scored. It's going to be folded in half because that's the only way I can fit it in those plastic bags. I have scored, what is this, dots? It is the dotted circles embossing folder. So I'll have done that for you. It doesn't matter which direction it goes at all. Does not matter. I have cut a piece of that designer series paper. If you don't like the egg side and you want to use the other side, you can use the other side. In fact, I'll do it on this card so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to roll this up. Now, my package, when it got delivered, it was delivered by itself, and so it got kind of curled up. Let's see, is this going to work with this little bunny? I guess it doesn't look too bad. Okay, we'll go with it. You choose which way you want. Your paper is double-sided. So, and then I will have done the die cutting for you with the circle and the banner from the Stylish Shapes. That'll all be done. So you'll need your bunny. You'll need 2 little eggs. And you will need a carrot. Okay. Also in your envelope, where did mine go? You'll have a little bow. I don't know where my bow went. I must have just dropped it. So I'm going to just quick tie one. I will have tied your bows for you. You can untie it and retie it if you want. Totally up to you. You know, maybe I didn't tie it nicely. I don't know. Or maybe that's too big. You decide what you want to do. All right. So I'm just going to trim down this little ribbon here. All right. So you'll have your little bow. We're going to use a glue dot to put this on. We're going to put it on our little bunny. So he's going to have like a big bow tie. All right. I'd say a little bow tie, but it's a big bow tie. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to use liquid glue to adhere this. I found that's the best thing to use, especially for these deeper embossing folders, because look how deep that is. So I want the liquid glue to kind of fill in those gaps and crevices. And as my husband would say, and whatnot. I really hate that saying. I try never to say that. All right. On my first card, I put my little circles going the other way. It doesn't matter which direction. You're really not going to see it much. I just thought that was a fun pattern. Kind of went with the Easter egg paper. But, okay. So maybe you don't have the bunny set. Maybe you want to use a different set. This is still a really cute card by using this little basket weave. You could definitely die cut your basket out of here as well and have that done and not do any of the weaving. So let's go ahead. I'm going to adhere this down with our, I'm actually going to take liquid glue because I'm going right onto that embossed piece. So I'm going to make sure that I have enough on here so it catches some of that paper. So I did put quite a bit on there. All right, I'm just going to put this right off to the side. All right, kind of going to rub a little bit just so I make sure it catches. If I'm finding it's not catching, just go under and add a little bit more adhesive. Okay, and give it a minute to set. You can also put your block on there while you finish all the other die cutting or whatever else you're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and do our stamping. We're going to just let that set for a second. I'm going to grab my banner and I'm going to grab my Shy Shamrock again. And this time I'm grabbing the Easter's on its way sentiment. So this is an Easter card. Again, if you didn't want to do an Easter card, you could use Happy Spring, for you. There's a couple different sentiments in there. All right, and I am just going to trim off this end here. It's going to be tucked behind the rabbit, so you're not going to even see that. So I'm just going to do it now. Let's take our little glue dot here. I'm just going to roll my little glue dot into a little log here. Put it right under his chinny chin chin. We'll put our bow there. I'm just looking for the nicer side of the bow. Doot. All right. I'm going to put him up on dimensionals. So let's see. Do I need a sheet of dimensionals? Yes, I do. Okay. Woohoo. I get to start a new dimensional pack. La la. La la. All right. Oh, there's something fun about opening a new package of dimensionals. I get so excited. All right. So we're going to do this. All right. We'll peel those two off. And I am just going to take some liquid glue, put it on the left side here. I'm going to put my banner on there. I'm going to get my bunny. So because it has liquid glue, I can slide it a little bit where I want to have it. And now I've got my little bunny on there. You want to slide it a little bit down since it's, oh well. It's stuck now. Okay, I'm going to take my carrot here. We're going to hear that one later, actually. We're going to take our little eggs. You decide if you want to pop them both up or one of them up. On this one, I tucked the one egg behind and popped up this one. I'm going to do it reverse this time, since we're kind of changing things up. All right, so here's one egg. All right, I'm going to take a small dimensional this time, if I have one. I'm using a mini dimensional because that's going to kind of overlap. All right, so now bring back in our card base. We're going to go ahead and just use our liquid glue again. And we're just going to adhere this right on the front, just like so. All right, give it a nice press so it kind of gets hold of everything there. I'm going to take a little bit of liquid glue on my carrot. Ooh, that was probably kind of more than I needed. And I'm just going to tuck the carrot right up on top here. Doesn't matter where you put it. Okay, now we're going to bring in our fun little embellishments as soon as I find where I put them. Where'd I go with them? Okay, here's my stamps. Here's my things. Here's that. Here's that. Here's that. Here's that. Here's that. What did I do with them? Did I put them on this side? Oh, here we go. No, it's the holder for it. What did I do with them? Oh, my Lanta. How can I misplace things? I only have a small area to work with. I don't get how I can lose them. All right. They're not in this pile. There's that, though. All right. Well, I may have to come back to it because I really don't know where they went to. Yeah. That's weird. I know as soon as I start, like, putting stuff away, I'll find them. All right. There's that. Here's this for it. Here's this for it. That's my stamp set. All right. I'm just going to take another look around here. Well, okay. Well, if you happen to see them, shout out. Oh, here they are. Found them. They were right there the whole time. It just kind of blended in with everything. Okay. Let's grab this, and we're going to grab our Take a Pic tool. This time, I'm going to use the little eggs. I thought it was really cute to use little eggs with the little egg paper. That's just me. All right, but we're going to use little eggs here. So I'm going to put a little egg here, here. And I'll put another one down here, here. Just doesn't want to stick. Now, I didn't want to stick one right behind the bunny butt. So you kind of figure out where you want to go with it. I think I might just do it right here. There we go. Okay. So that is this card. Now, where is my inside? Alrighty. Let's get our inside all done. And you have a white piece in your little envelope there for the inside of your card. Just trying to get these things back in place. On this one, I'm going to stamp some little eggs across the bottom. And instead of actually stamping my eggs and coloring them all, this time I'm just going to stamp them. And let's do something a little different. So I need to find my little egg. Okay, here's the egg. Let's clean that. Now, I didn't try this before, so this is kind of new here. So give me a second. I want to see how big this egg will be if I just stamp the egg like this. Okay, I'm going to have to stamp it off. So we'll flip that over. All right. So we ink it up, stamp it off, stamp it on. Ink it up, stamp it off, stamp it on. So I'm just stamping them all along the bottom. Okay. Now, oopsie, get that clean. I'm going to come in with my Shy Shamrock. And I'm going to stamp over the top. There. Easy peasy. Just something different. You could use a piece of, designer series paper if you wanted. Totally up to you. I just thought this was a little fun. So where's my card? Here we go. Oh, wait, that's not in here. Here it is. All right. Okay. Ta-da! All right, card 2. I'm going to put my samples back together here. Again, for your envelope here, where's my envelope? That's that first envelope. go ahead and take it. I'm going to grab that scrap piece of paper back in. And we're going to clean this. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to clean it. But I'm still just going to use my Chai Shamrock. I'm going to randomly put my eggs here. I'm going to come back in with Balmy Blue and stamp another egg next to it. Okay, and maybe I feel like I want another egg in there. Okay, flip it over, and we're going to do the same thing with our envelope, our flap. Oh, I should have made that one green. Okay. All right. Clean this. Grab our green. Ooh, that's going to make a mess. Got a little overzealous there with my inking. All right. Here we go. Okay. So there. And actually, you know, I kind of think like it goes better with that one. So I'm going to just switch my envelopes around. So I got my little chick here. The chick's going to go with the bunny. This one's going to go with that. I felt like it went better. Oops, I made a smudge. All right. Third card. Here we go. Where is my third card? All right. I've got a strip of the paper. I've got my 4 1/4 by 11. I folded it in half. I've got another piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm just going to take my Balmy Blue. That's going to make sure our stamps are clean. And I'm going to take my egg and my flowers. And, yeah. We'll do the carrot. Actually, I'm going to do this little bunny instead. There we go. All right. So I am going to randomly stamp on here. Just turning my cardstock whichever way. I'm not trying to have any pattern or any logic to it. See, my flowers will be turned. I'm going to just add some on the side right here. And I really can't add it there, but we'll add one there. Okay. Then we're going to take our little bunny rabbit. Reminds me of like a little chocolate bunny. And we're going to stamp him in quite a few spots. Oh, that one didn't stamp so well. It's all right. That will be covered. All right. I don't know why. Couldn't stamp him right. Okay. Good enough. We'll come back in with the one egg right here. All right. That's good enough. Let's get those cleaned up. Again, I will put, if you want to purchase the class straight out, you don't want to have to put in an order, I will do that. It will be $40. I'll put a link for you to do that. However, you can get the class for free when you place a $40 order in my online store. So really, you're getting a bigger bonus. So you're getting $40 of product and the class. Just saying, best deal. All right. So I'm going to put this right on top. Now, I know that one looks kind of funky. That one's a little, messed up. It's okay, because when we put our bunnies on there, you're not going to even see it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take my dimensionals. Actually, before I do that, I really do want a ribbon around here. We'll add that later. Take our dimensionals. Now, I just put that sheet in here. Where did it go? So do you like when I do my online classes featuring one particular bundle, or do you like me to do multiple bundles or multiple stamp sets? What do you like? Let me know. Put it in the comments. If you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments in the replay. I'd love to know, because I'd love to be able to share things that you want to see. All right, so I've got my 2 little bunnies here. Now you'll have to stamp extra bunnies on your extra sheet of paper. So I've got my little bunnies. I'm gonna put a little chick there with him. So I got my 2 bunnies, little directions. I think I really do want his little face to have little cheekies. Sorry if you don't like it. I do. So I'm going to put little cheekies there. All right. We need another piece of grass. So get out your other strip of your shamrock. I was going to say shamrock shake. It's not a shamrock shake. It's shy shamrock. That's the color. I just have to get mine out. I dropped mine on the floor. All right, let's see. Wrong color. Oh, no, that is not Shy Shamrock. That was Balmy Blue. So I have my scrap piece here somewhere. Where'd it go? All right. Did I not cut a piece of scrap for myself? I must not have. All right. Well, we'll just grab one real quick. What did you do? All right. Now my piece is much longer than what's in your kit, but you'll have this in your kit. So again, we're going to run this through. We'll grab our little guy here. I'm actually, kind of ahead of the game this time, doing my Easter cards in February. So that way in April, when Easter comes, I already have them done. I'm kind of excited about this one. All right. So on this one, we're going to grab one of the sentiments we haven't used yet. So we do have a large Happy Easter. I'm going to grab this for you. That's what we're going to be using on this card. All right. So I've got my little grass here. My grassy knoll. I don't know why I keep thinking of that every time I use a grass strip like that. All right, so we're going to put that right down below here, just so they have something and they're not floating on thin, in thin air. So we're going to put him a little lower. Okay. You know what? I think I do need the 2. I was going to just try and use 1, but you're going to have to use 2. So your strip is long enough to do 2 pieces for this card. It's up to you if you want 2 or if you want 1. I do have my other strip here. So this strip is pretty long. It's much longer than you need. But I wanted to add just a little bit more of the paper so you can get a good feel for it. All right. So I am just going to kind of cut a chunk off. Just kind of look where my pattern is. And I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to make it 4 inch. That's 4 inches across. So we're going to do my 3.5. All right. So trim your strip down to 3.5. We're going to put it right there. And we'll put our little grass on top. I think we'll be actually okay with only having the 1 grass. Just want to put him together more. All right, we're going to pop that little duckling up. So that's kind of what our card is going to start looking like. So let's get these pieces added. Let's go ahead and use our Seal Plus. Now, I added quite a bit down because, like I said, for some reason, my paper got curled up. I don't know why. All right. Now this, we could put it all the way across, but well, why not? We cut it, why not use it, right? Okay. talked ourselves right into that. All right. I am just going to refresh my screen here because I'm not seeing if anyone's hopping on here. I don't know why Facebook, when I try to watch it on my page, it doesn't like show me how many people are watching or what comments there are. I have to kind of struggle with it. So if you're there, let me know. Say hi. Tell me which card you like best so far. Do you like making Easter cards? Or you're not an Easter card person? Do you not like rabbits? Hey, I don't really care for squirrels, but I made squirrel cards. Just saying. I did. I really dislike squirrels in a very large way. Not that I'm afraid of them. I just dislike them. Okay. Yeah, they're cute and they're fuzzy, but they're irritating as all get out. I don't care how cute and fuzzy they are. All right. So we'll just put our little duckling there right over our little area where our grass kind of met. All right. So this guy is going to just be put right behind, and he's just going to have just adhesive. So I'm gonna tuck him a little bit behind the grass. All right. This one, we're gonna pop him up. So this was a nice, quick, and easy card. Again, we're going to also curl his little ears up. So I'm just taking my nail and curling the ear. All right, so there we go. I don't want that ear completely covering his face. All right, let's get a dimensional for this guy now. All right, we'll put him right here. All right, now I have my 1/2 inch strip, and I think that's wide enough for this. Where is my for you? Oh, got Cooper hair on there. Sorry. Had to remove that. All right. Let me use a smaller block. That is a pretty big block to do this sentiment, and I think it would mess up. All right. I'm going to do my sentiment in Balmy Blue. Kind of just staying with that theme here. All right. All right. And you know what? I'm gonna do it on this side because I want to, instead of using a banner cut, I am just going to actually do this. I'm just going to do that for you. We're just going to put it right here at the bottom. We'll pop it up on some dimensionals. I'll be able to use those blue dots now for you. Okay. And I really don't need to have that bow on there, so I'm not going to even add the bow. We're just going to go ahead here, and we're going to pop some on. Now, you can use whatever colors you'd like. So if you want to use a mixture of the blue and the yellow and the eggs, feel free. It's your card. I am going to do a mix. I'm not going to put any Easter egg ones on here, only because I'm going to make this more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more. 5. Oh, I'm going to make this into a birthday card. All right. So I have my inside here. You know what? It'd be really fun. I have these extra carrots. I'm going to put a little extra carrot in there. Why not? I already had a die cut. So just slide that carrot right in there. Hold that down for a second. All right, I have my extra flowers here. Where did my flower go? Here it is. Now, because my little chick is yellow, I'm going to use my alternate flowers. Oh, I don't like how they colored. Hold, please. I'm just going to grab my pretty in pink again. And I'm just going to color these all pretty in pink. We'll get my, and I just grabbed whatever, what is on my hand? Whatever Shy Shamrock. I didn't pay attention if it was light or dark. And I'm just going to use that as my center. And let's see what it looks like. I mean, we could use both. Should we use both? Why not? Let's use both. I cut extra ones out. Might as well, right? We're just going to go ahead and just use some of our liquid glue. We'll tuck that in right behind here. And we'll take our yellow ones that we did. And we'll tuck them right in here. There we go. Okay, so we're done with that card. I'm going to go ahead and just slide most of the stuff out of the way. Oh, we have to do our inside yet. Okay, so let's do our little inside. What do I want to do my inside with here? I didn't do an inside before, so I guess we'll just do our little flowers. And you know what would be really cute? This little bunny is really kind of cute. To me, this reminds me of a little, like it should be a chocolate bunny. Right? It should be a chocolate bunny. It's kind of nondescript. Yeah, it should be a candy. All right. I'm just going to leave it white because it's white chocolate. And we'll kind of mix this up. We'll make them yellow and pink. So I'll do the bottom two. And yellow. Top one in pink. Kind of ties in everything from the front of the card with this one. All right. And we'll put this on the inside. Ta-da! All right. Now I'm going to shove everything. Ooh, I'm going to shove everything out of the way without tipping it off my desk. Okay, hopefully. Let's just put our scissors away. All right. Pick up some of these tools, just so I don't have them laying around. Because I'm going to bring in all the cards that we did. And you tell me which card do you like best. Or maybe you love them all. Or maybe you don't like them all. You tell me. I'm okay. You can. I got pretty big shoulders. I can handle it. All right. So our first card was our little bunny basket. Our next card was our... And you know what? I want to bring in my original and our bunny basket. Our little Easter egg card, which we kind of swapped out the paper. We just flipped it over. All right. And then we have our, I don't know where the other one went, the bunny card here. All right. Our For You. Which card do you like best? And which card do you think you'll make? So let me know. Again, you can get this 6-card class kit. It's our online card class. For when you spend $40 in my online store. The link is in the description of the video. I'll make sure I also put it in the comments with a list of all the supplies for each of the cards. But you'll get your 6-card kits, your envelopes, and I'll send that directly to you when I see your order come in. Now, I'm going to be on vacation, so it won't be until I get back from vacation. So it'll be about the 23rd that I mail these out. Yeah. And that's it. So next week I'm going to have, I'll have some posts for you. I don't know that I'll be able to have a video done in time. It really depends on how my day goes tomorrow. I would like to have a video done. Trying to, but yeah, every time I plan something, something else comes up. So, again, I'll have posts at least for you. I'll be doing I'm going to give you a little hint, a mystery bundle sale. So make sure you check your emails because I'm going to send that out on Sunday. So make sure you're on my email list before Sunday. So that's Sunday, February 15th. That way you will get my special offer that I'm going to do for my vacation special. And you would also qualify to get this class kit. Now, I'm going to be offering this class kit from today, which is the 12th through, and I don't have my calendar here, so I can't think of what day it is. We'll do it for 1 week. So from this Thursday to next Thursday, when you place a $40 order in my online store, that is after your rewards or your bonus days and before shipping and tax, I will send you this 6-card kit for free. All right, take care. Have a wonderful week. Thank you all for being here. I so appreciate each and every one of you. Take care.